a big favorite here for the side of the Yakult brothers, to say the least, Winter. We'll see how they look to get going here in game number 1 of our BO3 series. Thanks for joining us. Now they do have Baboka. Baboka, one of my favorites. Position 4s, I think, to watch, because you just never know what he's going to do. This time, Winter, he is going to go with the very standard facet, and that is going to be, of course, reverse polarity, not the RRP.
We've seen that happen when you have a range carry. I think with a range carry, it might be okay, but the rest of the scenarios probably just RP.
Yeah,
because with the range carry, you can kind of protect him with the RRP. Apart from that scenario, I kind of feel like there's really no other scenario that I would want to have the RRP.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, so basically as a position 4 Magnus, you're going to run around, be annoying with your skewer. But you don't want to abandon your offlaner too early. I think Lycan needs a little bit of protection, at least until level 3. And once that happens, you can move around. So the lane that I think he can kill the most often is probably the Monkey King lane into the Doom. That is a lane that if the Magnus shows up at the right time, get a good skill off, it should be an easy kill for them. Mid lane could be a little tricky.
The first blood already, actually, looking at things. After rain, blood grenade, Emo will jaunt in after, but they will just barely lack the damage. Fire Spirit going fishing will come up empty-handed. That is a lot of damage dealt here to the Doom.
That's still a pretty big deal. He has to walk back and use TP, so he's going to be definitely missing a couple of creeps on the lane. Yeah, so that's a small win for Yakult brothers. A tiny one. He got a wolf at least, he ate a wolf.
He'll be digesting that for a while, but yeah, he's going to be missing out on some XP, and you can see Ame not wasting a moment here, getting off to some perfect CS here early on, trying to push that advantage. We get an early quick pause, pretty standard here, of course, early on in the day. 12 noon over for you, Winter. It is approaching the wee hours of midnight here, 10:15 at the moment over here, Central Daylight Time. It is cold, Winter. It is cold.
You want me to send you some blankets?
No,
some
don't worry.
Soup.
I've got one on at the moment. Thank you very much, though.
Hot chicken soup. Or that beloved bakute that you missed in Malaysia.
Delicious. Yes, delicious. That might turn into an entirely different soup by the time it reached here, unfortunately.
I mean, imagine you have bakute when it's snowing.
It's pretty good. I cooked my family some Japanese curry just now. Ended up tasty.
Have you not heard Japanese curry is not real curry?
Yes. Yes, it's more like a stew, really. It's just like a nice thick stew, isn't it?
Trying to mislead people into thinking you're capable of handling spice. Oh, I had Japanese curry. I am able to, take this amount of spice in my... Okay, no, sir. That is not the same.
Yeah, no, not at all. I will say I got the medium spicy packet, but my family, the first thing they did was got out the red chili flakes and added some more spice to the curry. So not to worry. They would do just fine with an even spicier curry, of course. Early on, Winter, I mean, you talked a lot about the Lycan here. Obviously, Ame off to a promising start after rain was going to be bullied early. But you think really that the pivotal player will be this Lycan, right? Will be this Wolf along with Baboka?
Yeah, he has the Alpha Wolf talent facet. So this is very annoying. If you have no spells, no way of killing it as a support, you're just gonna die to it if you're not careful in the team fights. And obviously, it's also very good at scouting and then finding heroes for pickoffs, which is really good with the monkey. So the monkey also kind of wants to run around and kill people, and also works with your Magnus when your Magnus has a dagger for pickoffs. So there's a lot of potential to abuse it.
I will say, though, I mean, it seems like kind of a difficult lane. If you just showed me a Bat Rider, Ursa lane versus this Lycan and, melee position 4, Magnus. I would have assumed that they would struggle a little bit more. Maybe that's why we're seeing a little bit of lane pulling, lane skipping shenanigans courtesy of Baboka, dragging the tower, sorry, the wave behind the tower.
And Magnus has kind of like a decent matchup into the bat because you're innate, so you don't get pushed back as much with the flame break. I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
useful.
that's true.
It's a small
What's this
little
NA
thing in the
called
lane.
again? Solid core. And
Yeah.
there it is. There's that solid core at work. Did not get cliffed. And he's going to try and maybe skip this next wave. What's he doing over here?
Yeah. He's just trying to sap some XP.
Yeah.
I mean, Ursa is doing the right move, pulling the wave in between the tier 1 and tier 2 to get the creep equilibrium back. And Magnus is also just trying to make sure that he gets the range creep. That's great. It's very good.
Solid start for Baboka, and a solid start as well for Ame up top. He's 10-5 here. He's got the creep wave under tower. Pretty smooth sailing for this lane as well. Again, you've got to wonder how much that almost first blood kind of played into that.
Well, he has the gluttony facet in this lane and starting with a win lane, so he kind of is just like a little bit like the Park Green curveball in a bad lane matchup. I think the Doom is also trying to do the same thing with the gluttony.
Right. Already skipping a wave as this lane is starting to kind of turn out to be more one-sided than he'd be comfortable with. Zeal's also still having kind of a tough time in this lane. Normally Lycan able to kind of just out-trade, out-harass based off of that Feral Impulse and just overwhelming physical damage, but it's just so difficult to trade into this Ursa he's finding early.
This is the consequence of the lane matchup. I think it's gonna be hard for the Lycan the first couple of minutes, the first 5 minutes, but I think after that he should be able to recover in the jungle and be fine. And Hara gets the kill on Magnus there. Guess he was just trying to. I mean, he's still level 1, so he doesn't have skewer to get out.
Casual Baboka things, doing as much as he can to make sure Zeal has the least amount of harass early on in this lane. See how big of a difference that sacrificial play style ends up making.
I mean, he's level 2 now, so he's free to do whatever he wants. And this lane doesn't really, allow him to get any kills, unfortunately, with the Lycan. It's more about just finding a way to get their levels on the Lycan and the Magnus.
And pause here. I can't tell if Tianming's in trouble, to be honest. And he's gonna get some Shadow Poison stacks running. He's already Icarus dived in and canceled the Icarus dive up top. 10 stick charges into this Doom. And one last Fire Spirit to throw. I don't know if this is gonna really work out for him. He could be in some trouble here. They've got Scorched Earth level 2 active for a while. This is a pretty aggressive move out from him.
Yeah, I feel like he looks dead to me if he gets disrupted.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you. So that's going to be a very awkward pause timing. We'll see if he gets lucky and if those creeps will block for him a little bit. Mid lane.
He's like, do I need to come and help you?
Well, he doesn't even have Primal Spring. Let's see. We're getting the G's. I was going to say mid lane Emo getting in some good damage, but the action's going to be back top here as we get on pause. Tianming pops those wand charges, Blood Grenade thrown. Ame will make his way out over after Rain realizing he is going to be outgunned here. That disruption used on Ame to make sure that they don't find a kill in return.
Yeah, Ame didn't have his stun. His Boundless Strike was on cooldown, so they couldn't get the kill there on the Doom. So lucky for the Doom, gets out there, survives, and now Shadow Demon is just gonna pull the wave back for him. I mean, this Doom is definitely struggling in this lane. And if you compare Doom and Lycan, I think they're both pretty decent at recovering in a bad lane, but Lycan is a bit better, in my opinion, because you jungle faster with your wolves.
Yeah, especially with the wolf facet, right? The alpha wolves facet, and he's got going. You're going to have a Magnus, who at some point will probably at least have a poison in power for you.
Don't forget, he's innate, so he jungles faster because he can kill the neutrals faster with his innate.
That's true. 2% extra damage. Apex Predator.
He's going Midas first? Okay. I see this as well yesterday. Yeah, in one of the other games, I saw someone pick Lycan and they did the same build. The Midas Rush.
This doesn't really seem to connect with what you were thinking that this hero would want to do, which was play a little bit more aggressively. Speaking of aggression, Tianming through the twin gates. They're going to go now, really trying to make this kill happen onto Zeal. Icarus dive on through, but Boko with a nice skewer on back, as instead they're going to turn for the Bat Rider. Hara juking into the trees here, but there's a wolf nipping at his heels. He's going to go across the bridge, slowed there. Blood Grenade ought to slow him here enough for the Wolf of Zeal to take up the kill. They worked hard for it, but eventually they will be rewarded with some bat. That's delicious. Very nice.
Yeah, Army is also coming through the gate. They are popping the glyph.
Oh yeah, another skewer here. In trouble here, Manic. Oh, they actually missed on the Boundless Strike. Won't matter very much here. Tianming with the right click finds the kill, as they do have the Wagon Wave approaching. This could very well be an early wave. Early tower, mid lane. Emo, they're harassing him a little bit, but honestly, with the curveball, he's going to be a bit too evasive. He's going to drop the coil there to ensure he picks up the first rune. He didn't know what it was. It'll be the Invis rune for him, but the tower down bottom. That's where Yakult brothers currently have the siege going strong, as he'll resummons those wolves. They will have more than enough creeps here as well to continue tanking for the wagon, and no defense will be mustered here by the side of Crocodile.
Yeah, there's a very, very good usage of the gate by both the Phoenix and the Monkey, opening up the map for the Lycan, and now they're back top, just like that. Defend their tower.
Just like that.
Scoop up some farm. Yeah, this is looking really good right now for YB side, the Dire side, the Yakult brothers.
Emo manages to avoid any trouble as well. The Shadow Demon had stacked in the triangle and tried to set up something here onto Emo, but was going to be unsuccessful, as Emo will activate that Invis rune. He's going to run into the Bat Rider, but he wants something bigger, or does he? I'm not sure what he wants. He's actually going to just go ahead and steal the farm. What a bully. Ara now on the run, being stalked by the wolves, leashed up by the Dream Coil Zeal. Wondering if he needs to be here to help. Really, the answer is no. Well, looks like he'll be able to secure the kill here the old-fashioned way. Just kidding, it's Ame through the twin gate here for the second time. As, well, this 5-minute wagon's still alive. It might get a few shots in at this tier 2 tower at this rate.
Oh, they might actually be able to kill the Ursa. Ursa is still not level 6 yet.
Ame, he's waiting in these trees. Level 6, 3 points in the Boundless Strike now. Sorry, it make that the tree dances. Out comes the Boundless Strike. That's what I meant to say, Manic. Another leap on over. Power Ranger TPs, though. Look at that. Eager to defend the Ursa.
Yeah, that was very nice. A good poke by Yakult brothers. They're not really risking anything by not committing.
What do they call it? They're stretching the fight, right? I believe is what Palmo taught me. They pull the fight.
I call it poking and prodding, you know. I think high-tail Dota is all about like how many TPs you can bait out, and then once you know that your enemy has no TP, and you try to play on the other side of the map because they can't get there on time.
Would you call it high-tail Dota?
I mean, you could. I like using poking and prodding, but you could also do that for like team fights, you know. So maybe for this instance, you can do high-tail Dota.
Cool.
Top lane.
See how it works out there as they find themselves a Phoenix caught in the disruption. They're actually just going to drop a Doom here after Rain, freshly level 6, and that'll guarantee that.
Yeah, it's still a pretty decent kill. 400 gold. She almost 500 gold.
He is going for this Midas, by the way. We're also seeing Ame opt into the Radiance build here for the Monkey King as he leaps into the trees. We'll see, he's going to try and defend this tower. It's a little slightly spicy here, but the Shaker's just too far away to really make a difference up here at the moment. Instead, Emo cutting away of mid. But you can see Ame really eager to defend this tier 1. Okay, TP's mid now. Boca shows here on the mid lane, but there's still not much Hara can do. Didn't have a flame break even.
I mean, the game is still manageable right now. I think Crocodile team, they're doing well, just making sure that they don't bleed more towers against the Lycan. I mean, Lycan is already going to, I guess even with the Midas build, I feel like if you're Radiant and you see this, you you feel okay, you know, because Midas means that he's not going to be pressuring more of your towers quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I would ask then, what do you have going for yourself in return? Because right now it's trouble in the triangle, as that waning rift out of the defensive disruption guarantees the kill onto the mid. Shaker, the body blocks out from the Boca part of me until he just lets loose there with a very nicely placed skewer. They pick up a kill here, a second. They might even look for this tower top now. I think that 10-minute wagon should be coming in. It's always pickoffs into objective, right? That's how you kind of gain more map control in this game, isn't it?
Yeah, they're playing really well with like the monkey's strength in the early game. One kill into a tower with the siege wave. I think they're really abusing the siege creep very well on the Yakult brothers side.
Emo
Yeah,
instead is going to decide to steal the stack rather than try and contest the tower, but that was a triple stack hard camp.
Yeah, that was a pretty good deal, especially against a hero like Bat, which
Radiant's top tower
that is what
is
I
under
always
attack.
call your dagger funding. You know, when you have the jungle stack stolen, your dagger funding
It's true.
is gone.
Yeah, he's
You need to
pretty
find another
poor
investor.
now.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, you know. I think at this
More
point
seed money.
you can't really farm your dagger. You just have to play the game and hopefully you win a team fight and you get a dagger from that. I think it's
Yeah,
a very
but-
common it's a very common mistake by support players where they're playing a hero that needs dagger, but when the game state doesn't really allow you to farm the dagger and you do it and you kind of lose your team in the game, you know, because you're playing 4v5 when you should actually just not think about it and just play with your team, deward, you know, or just join the fights. Because you're still fairly useful without your dagger. Your spells are very strong. Flame break.
Bit of caveman Dota, just run in and lasso them, you know? I understand
Yeah,
that. No need
tank,
to be so
you know?
fancy and blink. 12-minute rune spawning in, but Boca, he does a good job to skewer away. Oh my goodness, the Earthshaker, who is now surrounded as Tian Ming on the other side. They take him down. Emo, he wants to look for more as Zeal. He has shapeshifted, running down the Batrider, who is still just level 5. Dies right underneath that tier 1 tower. That'll be next to go down. The aggression out from the Yakult brothers would start it off looking like just poke and prod, and Winter turned into quite the murder in the river.
Yeah, now the Doom is trying to get the top tower. I guess he's going to get this. This is like their trade-off for losing the 2 heroes. Not worth it, but at least they are going to get something here. Doom also went for Midas.
Top tower has fallen.
I mean, I guess that's why he didn't want to go for the Helm build, because there's a Doom in the game. Yeah, eat your creep, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I totally
What is it?
forgot
It's
about that.
what's the talent? 15 talent, right? When he can start eating your big creep as well. Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
That delicious creep that you've been cooking up. You know, imagine you're making a stew, overnight stew, and someone just shows up in the morning to gobble everything up.
Right.
That's
Well, that'd be
how the Lycan
problematic.
feels when you.
It's
buy
about
a
as
helm.
comical. It's about as comical as like a cow who just blinks on top of you and shakes the earth. That's possible now. Earthshaker's got his blink dagger about to be delivered in the courier. Shadow Demon ready to smoke them up. He's not even level 6 yet either, by the way, on the Shadow Demon. But I think they're going to smoke now here on the blink dagger. We'll see what they can look for. Kill onto the puck would be just about perfect, but there's a trio of strong items about to be coming through. Ame closing in on that Radiance. You do have, of course, that first item. What's it called? The Midas done. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, but Boca was getting close to the blink, but not anymore. He isn't, as he's going to be able to tank that first blink echo. Oh, hold on. On the other side of the river, though, they find themselves a Shadow Demon. The Coil Stun as well is good for the Earthshaker. Double damage rune on the Emo as they take down the Shadow Demon and they run after more. Ame picks it up with the Primal Spring. Manic, however, it's in position here, trying to turn the Doom onto the puck. Good for the kill. As Emo, the Emperor, one jaunt too far there. Ends up costing him his own life.
I mean, that was still fine for him. He tanked the Doom, and they used Echo to kill Boboka, so 2 big spells down. Whereas for Yakult brothers, they didn't really use anything that's like too long of a cooldown, you know, like RP or egg. Everything's still intact, so they can actually look for a move now. I mean, you saw in that fight the Lycan just sent the wolves, and the wolves literally killed the Shadow Demon, you know. if you have nothing against the wolves, you're gonna be hiding and running for your life, you know, as a support against the wolves.
Radiant are
Those
scanning.
wolves are scary.
Indeed. Brings me back to the Necrobook 3 days. Remember that?
It's worse. You
Oof.
can't even TP because they're rude, you know.
It's true now with the Alpha Wolves. Careful here after rain. Will be saved by a skewer. Tianming trying to go over the cliff. Is going to be immediately interrupted. Pops that supernova though. A bit of back and forth as a beautiful blink skewer is going to condemn the Bat Rider. Nice play there by Baboka and Tianming. Nicely done indeed. Ame, he's going hunting up top lane. He sees a Shadow Demon. He's thinking
Radiant's
about
middle
it, but is going to
tower is
return
under
to farm
attack.
instead.
Yeah, Radiance completed, so it's gonna accelerate his farm a lot.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And why is he actually choosing to go for Radiance over Battle Fury this game against the Shadow Demon?
Oh, he just
Radiant's
blew up the
middle
Shadow
tower
Demon real
is
quick.
under attack.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice here, you know, to go for the Radiance. I guess against the Ursa, it's probably better in that carry to carry matchup with the miss chance, because Ursa doesn't like to get a true strike early, like MKB. So the Radiance is definitely going to be
Radiant's
annoying,
bottom tower is under
annoying
attack.
for the Ursa. And mid lane, Coil,
Bit
Doom
of
is caught.
action here. Yeah, they've caught the Doombringer. Nice stuns continuing out of the coil. Fisher buys him a second here, but only just one as Tianming had the damage over time. Oh, the Blink RP. They got two now. And the follow-up, the self-disrupt, but it seems like the Bat Rider is going to be doomed underneath the tier 2 tower as Dokris comes back into a world of pain. There come the big ultis out from the supports and the items. Winter, we're starting to really see us AK net worth difference. I mean, it's just the items really on the supports, especially. I mean, you've got Tianming who is keeping pace right now with the mid Earthshaker for crying out loud.
Yeah, this is what we were at least worried about, you know, in the draft when we saw this team fight from Yakult Brothers, overwhelming team fight, whereas Crocodile, they're more of like a pick-off lineup with a lot of single target spells like the Doom and the Lasso, SD. And now is the phase of the game where they're gonna have a hard time dealing with the push, you know, and feeding
I
away
think
kills
you're
like
going to
this.
catch him again. Emo, the skewer, he's silenced up for a while. He's got Echo Slam. Does he have the ability to turn? He can't even catch Emo. The jaunt away. And Tianming, he's got him with the damage over time. Lasso
Good
now,
egg.
but what's going to be the follow-up, especially with the egg on top? After rain jumps in with the Doom. That's good for the kill onto Emo. But now they got to bail out of dodge here. No such escape available for Afrin. He comes back in, gets stunned up by the Supernova. Double kill now for Tianming. As reinforcements coming through now for Team Crocodile, giving chase. The Blink Dagger from Manic, good for the kill now, at least onto the mag. But it's Dokris who's dying, actually picking off and killing the Phoenix, making that's a huge killing streak there. And that ends up being a half decent fight. I mean, you lose your mid and you're off lane, but you pick up 3 in exchange. That's something, isn't it?
Yeah, quite surprised that the monkey decided not to join the fight. And they were, I guess it was pretty far away, and maybe he felt like he didn't want to come. So it ends up being a really, really good trade for Crocodile in the end. They got 3 kills for 2, so they're happy about it. And Yakult Brothers needs to be careful, you know, not to fight without the Monkey King or anyone else. You know, they need to bring enough heroes to when they are making aggressive plays like this. You know, when you're going to the enemy tier 2, they can always TP and reinforce. So you're kind of expecting that they're gonna be able to bring all 5 heroes if they want to. You know, so you need to be ready with the numbers, or you run away after the first kill. You know, they kind of got greedy and they went for more kills and they paid the price there.
Price, the net worth lead still stands at 8k, but this Ursa, you know, with the Battle Fury Blink Dagger, he is going to be a bit more of a presence and a threat in these fights. You can see our make that the win percentage still 2-1 in favor of the Yakult Brothers according to Dota Plus. But there's going to be that Blink Dagger now on a Tianming. This will be a big kill if they can catch him. The Icarus dive away and into the trees is good enough for Tianming to escape for now.
That was a
Crocodile, they fear the
crazy
fog.
escape. And now they're gonna try to make a move top. They're gonna wait for the Doom to show himself. Oh, he shows.
Yeah, they did, and the skewer back into the Wukong's command. Ame, he's got enough damage for the kill there. Shadow Demon shows for a second. They'll send the wolves after him, but I don't think they're going to be able to get past the tower.
So annoying, Richie. I've been a
Level 6
victim.
wolves.
I've been a victim from the Wolves. I think it was a game I had like 2 days ago. It was so frustrating. You have to like.
So what do
place
these things do now?
sentries.
They have
They root
hamstring,
you.
which roots you for 0.5 seconds and does bonus physical damage, and they also have this night tail
Yeah.
ability. But Boca, why'd you push him away from the Wolves, brother? Don't worry, the Wolves got it, says Zeal.
The Wolves gave them the vision. The fish on the rod, you know, of Boboka. And this is the synergy between the Lycan and the Magnus. You give him the vision, he can always find the skewer pickoffs, and it's going to lead to something. And right now, Crocodile is actually trying to get a trade here. I think
they're going
know.
for Roche.
Oh,
The
the Wolves
Wolves.
is here.
The Wolves have scouted them. And Hara's almost dead. Manic, he's going to end up enraging
Oh,
here.
no.
Hara's going to die as a result. Emo just jumping on in. They didn't get enough.
Gets
But
the
they
Aegis.
still end up with the Aegis. That's still a small win here, especially if Manic can take down Baboka. No, he can't. He still has that Aegis, but he won't have much to play with, especially as Ame. He's cut off reinforcements. He's taken down the mid Earthshaker, and no one else is here to support the Ursa as he goes down to the Mano Amano to Zeal. Tough sequence of events there as Yakult Bros. They sniff out the Roche attempt and they interrupt it.
Yeah, good game sense there by Yakult Brothers.
Under attack.
They made a play top and then they realized, oh wait, the
Going for
Ursa's
more.
not
They're going
Ursa's
for
not
more. Look at
showing
Tianming. He's being aggressive to after rain here, trying to set something up with the Yules, but he's just going to be a little bit too fast with that Scorched Earth.
Yeah, he's having a very good game on the Phoenix. So rich with the use, like you mentioned. And now he has the vessel completed.
Look at
So
the Wolves.
he's
Look
gonna-
at the Wolves kill this poor Bat Rider, man. That was so much damage.
Yeah, it's insane, you know. If you don't have a spell to kill them, you're just gonna have to run every time. And sometimes even if you run, you might still die, you know, if you're not near towers.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's very
They're gonna
annoying.
smoke up and look for a fight. Do we have a big item?
Bro,
Yes, there's a
he's
Basher
buying
on
a day
Ursa.
gun. He's buying a day gun and SD to kill the wolf.
I like it. I respect it, man. I respect it. You need something, right, to get rid of those darn things. Smoke on smoke action. Now we're fighting with every single ultimate available. No Aegis here in play for Team Crocodile or Yakult Bros. As Vision has been set up, but neither team's smoke has been broken at the moment. Zeal's the only one who's not going to be immediately in this fight, but he does have Shapeshift to quickly traverse the map. There it is. Supports have scouted each other out. Ame's pushed through this bottom wave. He's got his Ag Scepter now, by the way, as well. So his pushing power, his farming speed further increased down the Monkey King. As here we go, the Blink Dagger. They find Tianming with the Bastion as well. That is going to be Manic. Good for the kills of Tianming. He's worth a pretty penny. 1,000 gold split to the team. In between the team, I should
They're
say.
probably gonna know that there's a ward there in the mid lane. That's why they saw him.
Indeed.
Now they have to back off. I mean, Monkey King is so fat at the moment. Aghanim's completed with the Radiance. And now he has the shard, so he can be even more mobile with the stun.
Yeah, but Winter, the Dagon's finished. What now? I can kill one. Oh god, there's 3 wolves now? Oh god, what do we do? Not yet. There will be 4 wolves eventually.
Yeah, but the thing
Not
is,
yet.
you could be spending that gold on something more useful, like for Shadow Demon. And now you're forced to buy a Dagon. I think that itself is like a big victory. And the wolf, he's gonna run and he's gonna find a cow. You have no Dagon. You're not running away from my wolves.
Oh no. Oh, but he didn't nip at his heels effectively here, so he gets the blink away. Ooh, the coil dropped, fails to cancel
the root.
TP. I think that was the Bat Rider, but the root stops the TP from the Earthshaker. And the wolf, well actually in this case, Emperor Emo, will eventually take his
Ame
tax.
looking for solo kill.
Yeah, that he is, and he should be able to find this one, especially with the wolves here in play. Ultimate is going to be activated, stops After Rain from running in for a Doom. That was just the shard. Yeah, that was just a shard wolf. Huh. Okay, I always forget this. All the lanes pushing in as well. Remember when people thought this shard was bad,
Dire's
Winter?
middle tower is under attack.
I mean, it's just very annoying. It's like Necrobooks pushing the lanes all the time, and it gives you a lot of like advantage in terms of the map movements. Your team has the vision advantage because of the creeps constantly being pushed in,
Definitely.
so it's easy for you to smoke and kill the heroes.
Definitely. Oh, there goes the wolf on a Dokras. Oh,
no.
gosh. Oh
Yep,
no.
good.
Oh,
You
no.
dig on one of them.
Yeah, he did. Okay, the self-disruption. They have a lasso, but they're not going to be willing to throw anything here to save that Shadow Demon. He will drop. Yeah, I just noticed, by the way, you click on one of those wolves in the lane from the shard on Lycan, 925 HP, twice the damage of a ranged group. This thing is pretty scary. And there it goes to
That's
work
why-
here on the tier 2 tower. Manic, he's gonna get scouted by the wolf. He's gonna get RP'd and even coiled. Nice job on the skewer there from Baboka as they catch out the carry. Oh, what a catch there by Yakult brothers.
This is what happens when you can't control your creep wave. You know, you're always constantly in danger of getting ganked. And now they're gonna find another hero top with the Eels. I guess you can set up with the Icarus dive into the Eels.
They're gonna try.
Oh,
They
they
scout
find
him, and they actually get him. Nice play there by Tian Ming. He's got to be a little bit careful here, but he's got reinforcements. Shaker, no chance for him to do anything as he is silenced and is just going to contribute to Emo's killing spree. This is a sad state. Oh, well, actually, maybe not that sad as Ame. No, they still
Take
push
that
him in.
Bagon.
And eventually to the Doom, he does die, but he did take down the Bat Rider with him. Now Emo, I believe, through the Twin Gate, is going to be able to confirm that triple kill. Zeal shapeshifted, looking for more, trying to get his eyes on After Rain, and now utilizing that harpoon, he's got him dead to rights. Wow, that is basically a team wipe all around the map here for the Yakult Bros. It did cost them the life of Ame, but yeah, they are firmly in control of this game, which I don't know what to say.
Yeah, Team Crocodile, they're definitely no match in terms of the team fight. They have to try to wait for the Ursa to finish BKB. I think that's going to be their final hope. But if he dies again, then see you later, BKB.
Yeah, and Zeal just consumed the Ursa. Didn't even need shapeshift in that particular play. Siege is starting up now, bottom, mid lane as well. Wave's about to start pushing in. Things are starting to look a little bit desperate here. Baboka, he's got a ward behind the tower. Baboka, RP in 10 seconds. They don't know he's here yet, Winter. Glyph was used, dare I say, a little bit early to try and get rid of the wagon. It's worked, but Baboka, RP in 1 second. Now they see him, but it's too late. Oh, but he missed on the skewer. He only got one of the heroes. It doesn't matter, though. They still managed to find the pickoff onto the mid shaker. Supernova prevents anyone else from coming on in, and that is going to be the bottom barracks. And just the game, actually, as they call it. That is going to be Yakult Brothers leading in game number 1. Very well played to them.
Yeah, too fast and too furious, you know. The Crocodiles can't handle, you know. They were brought on land to fight, you know. They want to be in the river fighting in water. But they are slow on land, you know. They're cool. They're pretty good team fight. Catch, you know, with the Tide, Park, Clockwork. They got good lanes as well. Clockwork and Chandra is very strong in the early game. Whereas if you compare that to what
Prepare for battle.
Team Crocodile have, the Lion plus Magnus, I think early game they're definitely not going to be as useful as the Clock plus Enchantress, and you're gonna have to hold the early game together. Mid-late game they're strong, you know, don't get me wrong, with the Magnus support, Lion, Doom, you know, to counter the morphing later. I think they have a lot of tools when it gets to mid game, but you need to get there, you know, if you don't get run over too badly, you know, in the early game. If you can get there, sure, you know, you have those tools, but if you can't get there and the early game kind of just falls apart because the Ench and Clockwork can just gank and take your towers, then you're gonna be in for a rough time.
I see that, and they might be in for a rough time already, as the Yakult Brothers getting a bit outmaneuvered here. They do manage to sneak past that lit watcher, Tian Ming. Oh, everyone in the trees. It's a hard jump, and the Lion Stun already came out. Yakult Brothers, they're going to be looking for the jump on in. Watcher is unlit as the Cogs catching After Rain. Do they dare jaunt through on that orb? They dare not. So it seems like just a little bit of saber rattling here early on. We're still 5 seconds to the horn, though. We still might see some action.
Yeah, once again, After Rain takes a lot of damage in the rune fight.
Common theme. He's now a little bit not so eager to get involved, but Tian Ming throws in the cogs. Rune's going to go to Dokres here, and so is the first blood as well, as he does strike down Tian Ming with the right click. Zeal in the middle of 5 heroes with the stick still ends up dropping. They can take down the timing in return. It seems like next is going to be Baboka. It's a bloodbath here at the horn, as that is 4 dead already. I think we had to wait for like 5 to 6 minutes for first blood in our last game, Winter. Not the case here.
Yeah, good play there by Team Crocodile. They understand that the enemy has a morphling, so they have a hero that's quite useless in the level 1 fights, you know, so they were really rightfully so being aggressive at level 1 to win the fights, you know, because there's nothing the morphling can do. So he wasn't even there, you know, for that fight.
Being a pretty nice fight.
Somehow they feel like they could actually get a good trade. You know, I think the initial gush onto the Doom was fine with the Cogs pushback, but after that they kind of had to just realize that they are outnumbered. Enemy had 5 heroes and they only had 4, and they just needed to back off. But now it's going to give Crocodile a pretty decent start here. Good start for them. Who got majority of the kills? They have 1 kill on Doom, 1 kill on Lion, 1 kill on Tiny. I guess the Tiny getting a kill at level 1 is the most impactful one.
Lion with first blood is not going to be too make or break. He'll get an earlier boots, which is certainly something that's nice against Clockwork, but it's like you say, it's nothing like 2 make or break.
It's nice for sure. Boots melees against Clockwork. It's going to help the lane.
Oh, but Boca found the Imba creep already. Chain lightning. Here we go. It always feels a little bit bad, doesn't it?
This is sad.
It's just so upsetting to see, isn't it? So good. You missed the dead shot. Chain lightning.
At least they nerfed the mana a bit. It was even more obnoxious before, and they get a skill back on Zeal, but he is a water.
I don't think he's too scared though. Yeah, he's got creeps under the tower. Hard lane here early on, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna be easy. You know, it's not gonna be smooth sailing for the Muerta. Has to wait for some kind of rotation, I guess, from the Tiny or from the Lion to give him some help later. I mean, on the bright side, his silence is going to be very useful against Morphling and Puck, you know, later in the team fights.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that call-in will be strong, right? Emo, it's funny how quickly you can go from full to just about a 3% of your HP against a hero like that Tiny, especially with that crash landing facet. That thing is pretty scary. Ame down bottom though, like you said, he's useless early on as far as a team fight, but he does CS very well with all those stats to play with. Sitting at the top of the chart here currently, but Afterrain's having a much better start compared to last game at least. 15-1 for him so far, keeping pace. It's Zeal who almost collects a kill here on Demanic. That Tornado, the Tempest, chasing him down, but won't actually be able to catch him. Ooh, and Hara, he actually brought the Walrus with him. Not a Walrus, he's really a Kraken, isn't he? But still unable to confirm the kill there. A lot of fighting up in this top lane, honestly.
I mean, this is a tight Enchantress lane, Richie, you know. It's not a farming lane, it's a killing lane.
That's very true. Yeah, and they're getting pretty good creeps here as well, aren't they? This Wild Wing Ripper is going to do a number. Down bottom, Cogs put down. They're going to look for a kill on Afterrain as they do end up waveforming forward as well. They Hex defensively use a nice 2-man Earth Spike as well. And he's going to put that in a stop in those tracks. Tianming, he didn't kind of ran down here, but they don't have enough duration on the Scorched Earth to collect the kill. Oh wow, look at the Boca go. He is getting very aggressive. Man. That last impetus just barely not enough. But look, they're already getting creeps onto the tower here.
Yeah, this lane is looking really bad for the Magnus and Muerta. This tight edge is very strong. Taking them out of the lane.
Bullet back to Fountain.
Yeah, this is really bad news. And bot lane, the Morphling is, like you already mentioned, free farming, you know, so he's not getting pressured as badly as the Muerta. I mean, Doom has like a good creep, you know, he has the mana burn creep, which is very good against the Morphling, but he's still not able to pressure the Morph. I mean, he has his own farm, you know, at 20 CS, but Morphling is having a better time with 27 to 7.
For sure. He's having a much better time with it. And you know, the thing about laning into this hero like a Morphling, you do so much harass, you spend so much mana and so much of your HP, even you throw a Blood Grenade or two, and then he just does this. He just sticks and he's basically back to full HP just like that, thanks to that attribute shift. So he's it's tough in this kind of a lane.
Haven't you heard, Richie, the saying, life is unfair? Or in this instance, the game is unfair. When you can do this as Morphling in the lane.
Sometimes the cards are really stacked against you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Any
Okay, so
gate?
this is a timing now, because we'll see if anyone comes through the gate. This time around, Crocodile, they've got a ward watching over the twin gate up top lane. As you can see, they were starting to get aggressive down bottom. But this is where the action is. Oh my goodness, what an impetus here, as well as they need a bit more, and they've got Boca through the creep, collects the kill there onto the Magnus, and now Manic, he's in for a tough time. He's going to at least be able to drop down the colony and give himself some cover. How long do they really want to tank for here? The answer is for as long as they can, because they confirm the kill there onto Manic. Zeal's going to be able to tank as well for the wagon, and that's going to be the tier 1 tower dropping in the top lane. At the very least, Crocodile, they find a bit of fortune themselves, as the Arcane Rune will go bottom into the bottle of the Tiny, into the bottom spawn, I should say.
Yeah, they're very good at using the siege creep, like I said in the last game. And this time, same kind of instance happening, you know, with a stronger hero, Enchantress. And now they're gonna take a pretty decisive advantage in the early laning phase. And now it's gonna free up Boboka to gank the mid or the bot lane. They're gonna have a TP bottom. The Emperor
Emo's
is
going
gonna
bottom.
show up.
Yes, he is, and he's going to be quick to drop the coil there. Not much the line can
That's
do.
my kill. I made the rotation. Please give me the last hit, you know.
Yeah, and Emo is going to claim that up for himself for sure. And Zeal is, he's just completely safe up farming in this top lane now, right? I mean, it's going to take quite a few heroes, probably at least the Tiny +2, I think, to take him down, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of heroes for sure. So Wizard Runes are
So
gonna
now-
be one apiece. Boboka is almost level 6 at minute 7. Mind you, this
Quite
hero
the quite the turn from last game, where he was like level 5 at 12 minutes in or something like that.
yeah, and now they're gonna. I feel like the Morita can't stay here for long. You know? They're gonna dive in.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Looks
He's
like they're
not
going to
careful.
think about it. Zeal, does he have himself a Ravage? He does, but Manic, very defensive placement there on the calling and the Glyph, as they still will consider it. My goodness, that is just the Warpine Raider absolutely going to town, but Hara is going to be here for a return kill onto Baboka. Now Zeal making a run for it, looking to try and TP in the middle of the trees, and they won't catch him in time. The Avalanche
a
a
good
split
TP.
second too late, and he gets away with murder.
Know your tree spots. You know, that's
Your
a one good.
trees.
Yeah, that is one good tree to TP out.
Yes, it is. And fortune continues favoring here Yakult brothers, as Emo, as a result, it's not really fortune, it's the space that Zeal made, allows Emo to pick up that double damage rune. So quite a spicy rune here in the bottle for him. And that is going to kind of force him to pump the brakes a bit here. I mean, after he's about to hit level 6, and he might not be able to dive as hard as he would, thanks to that double damage rune existing.
Boboka again. Malik, I see you. You're not allowed to farm in my lane, says Boboka. This is my street, you know. It's named after my
Yeah.
father.
And this is just tough. Yeah, it is his father's road. He built it. And Baboka with the Warpine Raider collects the kill. This is looking pretty tough. Down bottom as well, you can see Tianming, he managed to evade 2 additional heroes. The Tiny's going to rotate on through. That should guarantee the tower, but Emo, he's going to pop that double damage rune in the middle lane and try and get as much damage in here as he can. Well,
And the
we've
coil?
got Coil now down. Baboka, he's joining as well. Baboka's got level 3 impetus here, by the way. No points in the Nature's attendance as he puts that damage to work, takes down the Magnus, and that Warpine Raider as well, starting to really bully that Lion. The map control here, Winter, it's getting tough. It's gonna get tough and more tough here as Yakult Bros continue to move very comfortably around the map, don't they?
Yeah, whereas for Team Crocodile, they're gonna have to get some pickoffs right now. You know? They have Doom ready. Tiny is more than halfway down to his dagger, but I don't think he can wait. He needs to just try to help his team. Kick someone out of the bot lane. Maybe open a tower. The tower's very low on the bot side for the Doom. I think they should have to bring more heroes towards that area to kind of open up everything. Get a kill, ideally on one of the cores with a Doom. But if you can only kill the support, I think you don't really have a choice.
Yeah, you gotta get something going. I mean, again, at the very least, Ane's playing a hero where, unlike the Monkey King, you're not really that afraid of him joining these fights early, right? I mean, You're not going to kill him too easily without a Doom, but he's also not really going to be that aggressive either. I think the issue is we're still waiting for like these first big items, right, for Crocodile. Or we're looking at a tiny Blink Dagger and another 800 gold. This Doom Midas is coming along. He does have the drums, which I really like. I like to see an early drum. And, you know, Manic, he's 0-3-3, right? He's not been having the easiest game, so you don't really expect him to join too early, as they will trade a bottom tower for a mid tower by the looks of things, as Boca brings over the tomato creep.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And he's just so strong with his timings right now. I mean, the tower's already almost dead.
Tower is under attack.
All right.
They have to hold on to this mid tower as long as they can, you know. I'm surprised they're not trying to use the Doom yet, you know. I don't think they've used a single Doom so far.
No, they have not yet. We have an RP as well. Haven't seen that one used yet either. Hook shot into the mid lane. This one does catch the Tiny, and in they go for the damage. Zeal here just to zone him out. He's holding on to that Ravage. No need to use it here for the kill, and that'll just guarantee that tier 1 tower. Boca will take that one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Boca is the true carry.
When isn't he? Especially when he plays Medusa position 4.
Full point in impetus. I mean, even the Terrorblade, I think I remember his Terrorblade pause forward the most, you know, building carry items, Manta Sky.
Yeah, that was good. I liked that one a lot, to be honest with you. Ara's gonna steal away the illusion rune, not the invis rune.
Playing support 101, Richie. The first lesson you learn: never rely on your carries to carry the game.
True.
You have to do it yourself.
That's true. If you can't 1v9, you're not supporting correctly. That's what I always say.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tiny Blink Dagger is now on its way. There's a smoke gank that kind of preempts this timing, though, and Tianming is parked right in the way of the smoke gank and his team. Tower top is going to go down, but Boca, he takes that one down, and it's only going to cost them a clockwork. That is a very well worthwhile trade. Everyone else just TPs away behind his dead body. Very nice.
Very nice indeed. Taking one for the team, taking one for your brothers, you know.
Radiant's courier has been radiant.
You pour out a Yakult for that, you know. Pour one out.
You know, are you the person that's willing to let the other soldier cross your body, you know, or climb over your body to reach a safe spot? Are you willing to do that, you know, for your teammate? That's what Tianming did for his teammates.
I mean, in Dota, I am, absolutely. I'm your guy. Careful here. This is quite the kill squad coming towards this Morphling. That might just catch him. Smoke is going to break. They're looking. They're searching. Ame does get off this strength gain. So he's just fine. And he's actually got a Lincoln. Holy.
Yeah, we haven't seen this build a lot. But in this game, it's really good against the Doom, the Lion. Hook shot.
Yep, they find the Lion here, trying to break his way out of the cogs. No chance, though, as Emo is going to be able to put him down. Coil as well for the Tiny after rain. He's going to be jumping in, looks for a Doom, but is going to be stopped here as they come through the Twin Gates to reinforce, and they say, take the double kill, Emo. They've got him there. Doom did not come out. I was afraid it did. I did see that Lincoln's pop, but it must have been the mana burn. But that's going to be a 3-for-none trade as Ame continues to farm in peace.
Yeah, he was also playing it very safe there. Once the Lincoln was popped, like Ame immediately just backed off. He didn't really try to be too aggressive. So it's a good play, you know, by Ame, just baiting the Doom in and getting the kill for his team in the end.
Yeah, indeed. Very nicely done.
What is going to happen right now? Do they have Doom up again? I mean, Boca is doing this alone. He's alone. Doom it.
Yep. He's going to get Doom this time. He's got another drum charges to try and run away, but I think they're going to be on top of him a bit too hard. But how much is it going to cost him here? Baboka, he's actually still alive, and I think with the wand charges, he lived on 30 HP. In the meantime now, they are running down this Magnus. He drops to Emo. What more will happen here? Zeal, he feels confident continuing to run on in. That may have been a bit bit of over-aggression, however, as he drops to the finger of death. Cogs getting kicked through the fight now. That's a beautiful dead shot now. Manic doing what he can. The Hex and the Coil, though, is going to stop this puck in its tracks. A beautiful Earth Spike as well to continue that control. As it seems as the Yakult brothers, they bit off a bit more than they could chew. Manic collects the kill onto Tianming, but Boca still alive through it all. As he was initially the first hero to almost die, is still going to live, but that was a 3-for-none trade. Yakult brothers trying to fight without the ultimates. It's going to cost them there, Winter.
Yeah, also fighting without the morphling there. It's just trying to, feeling a little bit too confident, after winning the last couple of fights. Boboka is like, I tanked the Doom, they have no Doom, let's go fight, I'm pretty sure he's one of the person that has a very strong voice in that fight, he knows that Doom is out, so they wanted to take advantage of that.
Right.
But
I mean, normally he'd be right, but he doesn't have any points in the attendance, so it was just the wand heal and that's it, so he couldn't really rejoin the fight, so he says, guys, get in there, and then he doesn't join. It's a 3 versus 5.
That's the classic. I got baited by my teammate.
I feel like, at one point, it's like, all right, Boboka, fool me once, fool me twice. Shame on me, Boboka. Shame on me, You ever play with someone like that, Winter, where it's like, oh, man, I got baited by them again, but I should have known, I should have known.
Money changes hands.
I'm not gonna say names, You always try to put me on the table.
Right, yeah, I don't want to ice you out,
But I'll tell you, I definitely had some interesting experiences with that. And imagine if the person telling you to go is the captain, and he's bringing you into a dark tunnel, but you have to go anyway because he's the captain.
Well, you know what they say, Winter, if you're in a dark tunnel, the only way out is through it. And that's certainly where Crocodile stand now. I've got no choice. I gotta just keep going through the tunnel. Find the light, go towards the light. And this time they've got some more tools in their belt. There's a fresh Blink Dagger now on this Magnus. That'll make 2 alongside the Tinies and the Lions make it, so that's 3 total. So there's some big items coming out here. They may have
too many
Seal.
daggers.
Oh, you don't like it, huh? 1 too many?
1 too many, but we'll see whether it works out. Okay,
time will tell. Can I catch him? Emo? Nope, he's got his own Blink Dagger, so he's going to be a little bit too elusive as well. Rune spawns bottom, but it's just a regen rune.
Just another bout.
And all they have to do right now for YB is to chill and wait for the morphling. They have to try to avoid fighting without the morphling. I think they've probably learned their lesson after what happened in the last engagement. And now they're trying to play for the Roshan. 2 minutes before it moves bot.
They want to bait this. They plant the ward down, hook shot on in the observer ward. Doom is not going to be able to come out, but the Finger of Death sure is. Is it going to make a big difference? It's not, because the Avalanche is going to be onto the 3 chasing heroes. Now joining the fight is Ame, morphs into the Tiny, throws the stun on. They've got this leash. That's an anchor out from Zeal now on the Shard, holding down the Tiny. He will crumble to the damage of Emo. And that is an observer ward that I honestly thought they saw get planted. After Rain kind of stood, and I think he issued a stop command. Thought maybe he would have seen the observer ward planted, but he did not. And that is going to be a very costly sequence of events now.
Yeah, it was just a very bad fight. After the Clockwork got like 2 heroes, he got the Lion and the Doom in the power cogs. I think that was it. You're talking about the triple daggers. If you have triple daggers and you're not getting the jump first on your enemy, you're definitely gonna lose like the subsequent fight because you don't really have any items to like save, or like a Glimmer, for example, or 4-star.
Dagger for what, as they say, right?
Dagger for what? To run away?
I guess so, or in this case, to die if you are Manic. Tianming finds another. I was looking at Zeal's items, by the way. I really like this item build on the Tide Hunter. Oh, hold on, after Rain. They see Ame? Ame's just, I guess he can walk like this. He does have an Aegis after all. They will pop his Linkins. as he waveforms forward to continue farming as if enemy heroes simply don't exist.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Him, they barely do.
He's practically not unkillable now. I don't think he
There
can
seems that
die.
way. I think it's like one of those things, right, where if you pretend that you're unkillable, the enemies also think you're unkillable. You know, it's like a little bit of a mental warfare game here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, if you're the enemy, you want to test it out, you know. Oh no!
Ooh, RP, it did come out and they completely whiffed. Oh, that's awful.
He didn't
Even
blink?
the Centaur War Runner or the Centaur gets a stomp there, stopping Hara from jumping in for more. The hook shot as well, right on top of Manic. They did at least doom Zeal, but now he's free to unleash the Ravage as he holds down Manic. Zeal will get out of toss to death, though. This fight a little bit awkward now as Manic trying to escape. Still has that Pierce the Veil. They can't quite touch him yet, but only another second or two before Baboka takes him down. A 1-for-3 trade, a noble sacrifice there from Zeal is going to allow his team to win the fight and take down this tier 2 tower.
Well, I don't know if it was a sacrifice. I think he
Dire's
just felt like he couldn't
bottom tower
die.
is
That's why he
under
just ran in the middle. I don't think he
Better if we
intended
frame it
to-
as a sacrifice.
I think he intended to
Better for-
sacrifice.
Better for the team morale, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. You know, in a
That's what I
team, you
always
need
say.
to have like a spokesperson that keeps everyone together. You know, keeps everything in check. All right, guys,
Sure.
that was a good sacrifice. Keep it up. We won.
Well,
the team
that's
fight.
what I would say. I'd say, guys, I sacrificed myself. They used all their spells. Get in there, boys, and then, you know, avenge
Yeah.
me.
I've heard that a lot. They've used all their spells on me. Go kill them all.
And then you eat 4 ultimates. Oh, Ebo, he's right in the middle of an enemy smoke gang, trying to evade. Even Juki and me and the cameraman. BKB pops, but he is going to be A-okay at the end of the day. And he even gets a little Tormentor Shard for his hard work. Not bad. Avoids a smoke gank at the cost of his BKB. That's what exists. That's what it's there for, you know? Gotta use that BKB, am I right?
Yeah, you gotta try it. If it works, test drive it. You know.
Gotcha.
It's like very similar to the first game now. They're in a state where they can't really out-team fight their opponents if you're Crocodile. And you're kind of in a state of game where you're going to have to drag everything out. I mean, this game they have a Magnus, which kind of gives them, I would say, a better high ground. Because you can skewer people into your base.
Dire's middle tower is
But
under
apart
attack.
from that, even if you drag the game, right? Like Moeta against Morphling, sure you have the magic damage against the Morphling later. But I still feel like the hero just dies so easily in a team fight, you know, without BKB. He's gonna
Chase here.
have to.
They're giving chase. Mr. Rain, he's in trouble, coiled up. He's got no choice. He's gonna actually drop the Doom. They're gonna try and maybe make something happen here, but the Tiny, he's been caught by the anchor. There is no follow-up here for him. Does catch him with that avalanche. Is there enough of a Doom duration to take down the puck? It looks like barely there is actually. Emo is going to go down, feeds 1,200 gold there as he ticks down to the Doom.
Imagine trading a Tiny and a Doom for a puck, but you still get almost the same amount of trade in terms of gold. Trading 2 heroes for 1. That's how far behind they are.
But it's what happens when you're down 1,200. Sorry, 18. Make that 14k gold. Pardon me. I don't know where I saw that 18 figure.
Gotta wipe your glasses, Richie. Make sure it's
Yeah,
always
I think I do.
pristine.
Yeah, I'm real bad at that. Yeah, something I'm learning is that when you wear glasses and you eat food, they just get disgusting, you know? Especially if you go for like hot pot.
Yeah, I know, right? When you're exiting your vehicle in Malaysia, you're in your car with the AC full blast on, and then you exit the vehicle. And then you're under
yeah,
the
I've had
sun.
that one. Yeah. I've had that one a few times, yeah. Or when you just, you know, someone just, I don't know, you're just blasted. They just get dirty, man. You can't keep them clean. It's very difficult. Anyway, there's a Conda online now for Ame. He's starting to hit real hard. DD in the bottle for Emo. Blink on top of the Mage Slayer. And Vlad's offering for Zeal as he even builds himself into a BKB. Not to mention the true carry, Winter. Who is the true carry? It's Baboka, of course. Look at him. He's coming along for his nice items, isn't he? He wants to get this Hurricane Pike online. He's got these rally skeletons pushing waves. He's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, just wait till he gets the shot as well.
So this, speaking of shards, this Tidehunter shard, this Dead in the Water, if you are hit by that Dead in the Water, but someone gives you a Bongo Boots buff, are you still restricted to your move speed, or does Bongo Boots override that?
Very good question. I have no answer. I've not tried it.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that too. It feels like that might be the exception that proves the rule
It
there. As
should
Emo
not-
gets
It
him a
should not be
solo kill.
slowed in theory.
It shouldn't. I feel like it could be though. You know, it's one of those weird ones, right? Oh, hold on, Zeal. He might be in some trouble here. They're going to skewer him into the hands of the Tiny and the Doom. That certainly will spell. He's going to try to TP out. Oh, okay. Did at least kind of force him to maybe think about using that RP. But in the end of the day, he's just going to take down to the Doom. 1-for-1 trade. He gets caught off a little bit too deep.
Now when he has the BKB, he can BKB and TP, you know? That's why he's getting the BKB.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, you hope the Muerta doesn't kill you.
So just a death there is going to ice this game for a minute or so. You know, we're still waiting for this next Roche to respawn. It'll be up in as soon as in a minute, Winter. There is a chance that he's going to spawn down bottom for a daytime Roche if it's long enough. You can kind of start to see both teams having some more cores in this area. Tianming doing a bit of scouting now with Cogs and the rocket flare there. Oh, he's checking for a ward with the Cogs. That's what he's doing. Wanting to get caught off guard. Looks like he's thinking about. He's just waiting for his cooldowns. Okay.
Radiant scanning.
This Roche, we'll see how long it's going to be. 10 seconds till it's fast to spawn. We'll see if he's going to have a penchant for wanting to be a little bit dramatic here and drag out this game. But for now, the Yakult brothers, they sit pretty comfortably here, Winter. Just under 30 minutes into this game, 27.5 to be exact. We are 21-11 in kills. Most importantly, a 16. Make it 15. No, we're back to 16k net worth advantage for the Yakult brothers. Dota plus win rate, I think that's, what, 79? So 80-20 win rate advantage. Still, though, we've seen a bit of sloppy play from Yakult brothers in this game, right? And Crocodile have been there to pick up a free kill here and there. Those can quickly snowball, and if you string enough of those together, you can get right back in this game here if you're Crocodile.
Yeah, they're about to finish triple BKB. On Tide,
Yes,
Puck,
they
and
are.
Morphling. Puck also has a BKB. I imagine that's going to be a go time. Once they get
They're just going to go right onto this Puck. Actually, if they can follow up with a Doom, they indeed will be able to have a kill here. That is going to be one of those pickoffs. Well played here by the Lion to set that one up.
Yeah, good
Gets
patience
the
there.
kill credit there.
They've been waiting
That's
for some
big,
time.
though. Guess what? Roche is available now. He has spawned up top lane. Scan out from Team Crocodile will let him know that there's someone in the pit there. As they end up taking the twin gate on over, they're going to walk straight into these cogs, though, after rain. Can't really break out of this too easy, so he's going to pop the BKB and escape. Zeal from behind, though, drops the Ravage mainly to save himself. Deadshot is going to whiff, but they blink forward and take him down right as his BKB was delivered, Winter. He is going to drop. That makes 2 dead and Ravage used. Still, though,
Yeah.
Yakult brothers, they're going to smoke up.
Radiant
Things are definitely
scanning.
getting interesting here. Yakult brothers just not really waiting everyone to be in the location. Now they're
And
gonna.
they're still not
okay.
waiting. Look, they're just gonna go straight on in. Amai, he says he's beast mode. He's gonna actually eat an RP, but he does get the BKB off. Needs to get that strength gain, and he is just fighting directly into him on a double kill. He says, "I am the boss now." Takes down 2, even after tanking the RP. Okay, this is getting interesting, Winter.
So the solution and the problem is they just didn't fight with the morphing. As long as
Much.
morphing is there, the fight is gonna be easy.
Well, look, Hara's sticking around. He doesn't actually have a ton of mana. Barely has enough for a skewer, and maybe in oh, hold on, but Roche is gonna move. Okay, well this is awkward now. Hara realizing his mistake. Oh, that was almost a cute play, but Roche kept bashing that Morphling a little bit too much. So Ame picks up the kill as Roche will migrate over to his summer home. Well, he will be swiftly killed. Poor guy.
Now,
So what?
our Morphin has 2 lives. You can doom him once, but can you kill him the second time?
Yeah, I'll come back a second time, and unlike before, where I think, you know, he wasn't really doing all that much in the fights, that has certainly changed now. With this Kanda especially, tons of stats now. He is really packing quite a punch, and that has proven to be problematic. As with the BKB active, they don't really have a way of killing him, do they? That's going to be troublesome.
Yeah, it's mostly magic damage.
Right.
Tiny, Moeta, Lion, Doom, Magnus, everything is magic. They don't really have
Everything's
much,
magic, man.
right-click physical damage. I mean, until the Tiny has a couple more items.
Yeah, speaking of that Tiny, what has he been building up so far, right? Because he needs to be able to
Kanda?
scale. I mean, Chris, yeah, Kanda is going to be
Kanda.
next.
Aghanim's at some point.
Silver Edge in the quick buy, actually, after the Kanda is completed, which is something. We'll see here. Careful, though. Blink on a forward. The puck's caught the Magnus in the coil. However, they look to turn with a Doom. Remember, you can still use your items now, so the BKB active is going to stop the puck from dying. That isn't until at least this RP comes through. Force staff away thanks to the hook shot in. After rain, he's going to BKB and bail out of this fight as they've realized their mistake. They don't have the damage to take down Emo.
Doom down, RP down. Time to go. This is the time.
Yeah. I could see the theory though there for Crocodile. You're like, well, we're not killing this this darn Morphling. Might as well try and take down another core hero, all right? Ended up being just a stretch too much for them. Could not finish what they started.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rock it on.
Dire's top tower is under
And they're just
attack.
in there, man. Ame, Manta Style Illusions up on the high ground. Roche Banner as well, forcing the issue here. Like you said, no Doom, no RP. This will be a difficult defense.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, everyone's alive. I have to try for some skewer back here with a
Dire's
smoke.
top tower is falling.
Seal is just such a threat, though, man. I mean, what do you even do? He's just going to Ravage as soon. That's a good toss back, though. Good start. Skewered even further back and out of range of even Seal's Ravage. He blinked forward for that. Couldn't find the kill, but Boca trying to do some damage here in the form of some long-range artillery, but Ame's just in too deep. Yakult brothers, they're going to have to, well, I mean, they still get the bottom barracks, right? It's not like a disastrous fight for them, as Tian Ming is going to get caught on the exfil. He goes down.
Oh.
Look at the Boca, man, that damage. Nearly puts down the Magnus. But it's still going to be that top lane of barracks and tower in exchange for that Aegis and just the clockwork. Yakult bros, they got what they came for.
A lane of Rex, and they only lost the Aegis and the Clockwork. Yeah,
Not bad.
definitely good for them. Doom is going to be up now, so I think they still have to play the same way. Try to find a pick-off. Ideally, the Morphling. That's the
Looks
best
good
case
there on the
scenario.
toss back, right? Looked really good.
Yeah, because the Tidehunter kind of went in a little bit too early. He was too hasty. I think he probably should have waited for the second life and then jumped the second life. Because Morphling had Aegis,
Sure.
so he didn't have any reason to just rush it there to save him.
Yeah, I think that move probably makes sense if it's only a toss back you're dealing with, but you're not only dealing with a toss back, right? You're also dealing with the skewer on top. And credit to Crocodile for putting that together. But yeah, you're right. That Ravage didn't really accomplish a whole lot from Zeal, and then you don't really have anything to fight with on the second line. Still, though, I mean, I think Yakult Pros, again, not too upset with what they've gotten. Leading 22k now, up 1-0 in the first round of the Dream League Season 25. closed qualifiers.
Radiant are scanning.
Online tournament, this one for them, if they could finally make it to one. I don't think Yakult brothers have made it to LAN yet, have they? Or sorry, to any tournaments. I think they've always gotten pretty far. Oh, hold on. I think we're catching a fight here. Indeed we are. That's going to be a Magnus dead immediately to start the fight off. They will trade for Tian Ming. So 1 for 1 there. With a few
BKB down.
BKBs and ultis used.
Refresher's done, so Doom has another BKB charge if he wishes so. I mean, this Doom is like the gonna be the hero that could decide whether they can win the team fights if he gets the Doom off. I think if you get to choose 2 heroes you want to Doom, it's probably gonna be one on Tide and one on Morphling. I think those are the 2 heroes you want.
Yeah.
That's when the Boboka Enchantress is like, sure, you know, Doom my core heroes, you know. You think they are the carry?
Little do they know, I am the carry. Yeah, what's he rocking now on this Enchantress? Oh wow,
That's the Shroud.
Eternal Shroud.
Yeah. Some magic resist, a way to get some mana back, because this hero
Yeah.
tends to run out of mana from impetus shots.
Well, and you're looking at a basically all magic lineup anyway, right? So it's gonna have a lot of value, this item. Okay, respect. I mean, okay, so you talk about the Doom needing to do a lot in these team fights, and I certainly don't disagree with you, Winter. I think that's going to be a crucial ingredient to the team fight success. But talk to me about the core of this Tiny, or the role, sorry, of this Tiny. What do you see him doing in these fights? What does he need to accomplish for his team?
Damage, because the Morita can't do it on her own. Tiny needs to somehow help out. Like to hold the base, they have to kind of get a really good toss back into, or skewer into toss back, you know, something like that. I think ideally you blink in and you toss, because if the Magnus goes in, I think the Magnus is gonna die. You know, if Tiny goes in, Tiny has 4 stuff, he might be able to get out, and he's a lot more tankier. So I think I would lean more towards toss back to the Magnus and then skewer into the tier 4 towers.
Okay, I see that. Wow, Baboka's really doing a lot of damage now, isn't he? And we have an overclock on the clockwork. Makes it a lot more difficult for these Blink Dagger kind of heroes, doesn't it, with that triple rocket flare?
That is a very good point, Sir Richie. How do you blink when your ass, you know, has a rocket on it?
How do you blink? Well, maybe this is the way. If you can smoke out and manage to find a target here. Smoke is going to break. Shiva's for the vision. They find Zeal. That's not a bad Doom target, as you said. It's BKB now, and is simply just going to try and TP away. They force the RP. Can they find the kill? Hook shot onto 2, maybe 3 heroes as Matic. He's going to BKB, just trying to find any heroes to right-click down. They will lose the clockwork finally in exchange for after rain. Didn't see if he got the refresher off or not. Now, oh, the Tiny TPing away. Baboka just doesn't quite have the damage. Zeal returning to the fight after the Doom expires. A good Earth Spike on Tattoo. Does that actually save the Tiny? It does not. Make that the Lion. And it's Emo. That's enough damage for the kill there, Winter, and well, they're straight up to the high ground, and I don't know if there's much to stop them. The RP to cancel the TP, I think it just left them without any options in that team fight.
Yeah, I felt like even if they killed the Tide, the fight was over. Like if you have to use Doom and RP on a Tide, I think Morphling pretty much has free reign in the team fights. The Tide is just a mere distraction, you know, Richie. But you kind of also have the Doom in because of the Ravage.
So the Ravage is just too difficult with that Heart of Tarask now. Now they have cut away mid. However, there are creeps, I believe, in the top lane that had disabled backdoor, and that is going
you
to
know
be
what,
megas.
They probably should have just let him TP out and take the next fight. You know, you Doom the Tide if he BKB TP, so just let him go and then you kill his teammates.
Yeah, and you guess what? You've got a refresher, right? You've got a refresher on the Doom anyway. I don't know if he used it, but yeah, I mean, I completely agree. And unfortunately, I think that's one where if Crocodile, they check the tape, I think that's something that will become apparent to them. But in the moment, in these stressful games, when you're down almost 30k against the Megas Winter, it is time for you to make a decision to really prove your worth here. Unfortunately, they're going to try and sneak out of the base, and they've encountered an enemy observer ward, so this is going to be very challenging for them now. Dokers, I mean, he's just going for it now. He's underneath the Observer Ward as well. Emo finding the backline, skips the coil onto 2. Zeal jumped in with the Ravage. That's good enough for the kill onto the Tiny, and Ame's got the kill on the Afterlife. A hook shot stuns the Lion as its target strikes true onto Manic, and they've got buybacks, Winter, but that's just got to be game here. Mega's flowing into the base through the mid lane, but Boca is still farming around down the map. But it looks like Yakult brothers well on their way to their first 2-0 here of the DreamLeague Season 25 closed qualifiers.
Yeah, looks like it. You know, has nothing much left in the tank. You know, Doom is the key hero, and he's dead. He has no buyback.
Doesn't have buy.
And they're gonna get the puck. The Emo just
Diving the
being
fountain a
little
bit.
fancy, diving the fountain. Yeah.
Well,
It's,
that's
a very not the cleanest of game, but I think overall it's a solid showing. You know, for Yakult brothers. They've shown them